This program may contain adult themes. Listener discretion is advised.
Fashion, music, wellness.
And don't forget sex.
Mostly sex.
If it's trending, they'll be talking about it. Trend Radio is right here.
And right now, I'm Anthony Vincent.
And I'm Elise.
And we always have something great to say.
Because it's us. So stay tuned.
You'll be glad you did. Good morning, Elise.
Good morning.
Oh, boy, there are so many birthdays today. So many famous birthdays. Well, actually, this week in history.
Oh, well, I know the only really important birthday to me is my
Dr.
son's.
Phil?
My son's birthday.
Your son is Dr. Phil?
My son's birthday was this past Thursday, September 1st. So happy birthday, Zach.
Happy birthday, Zach.
He's 22.
And happy birthday, Dr. Phil McGraw. He's like
cares?
62.
I don't care about Dr. Phil, only Zach.
Okay. Well, he was born in 1950.
And you know what else? It's Labor Day weekend.
Oh, I forgot about that. Party time.
Labor Day, yeah. Labor Day in the United States is a public holiday, which is fantastic because then we have, Monday off. Well, we always
have
do.
Monday off.
But everybody else doesn't, so we can have fun with everybody else now. Because Labor Day is celebrated the first Monday in September, and it honors the American labor movement and the contributions that workers have made to the strength, prosperity, and well-being of our country.
Wow.
And you know what it also means?
No.
It's also considered the unofficial end of summer. And yay,
boo-hoo.
yay. No. We had a fabulous summer.
Yes, we did.
With the exception of the fact that we had a heat wave that we all melted. But we're entering fall, autumn. And that is the most beautiful time of year as I think. And my birthday's next month.
That's right. And we're going to make a big deal about that one, aren't we?
I'm sure we are.
Yeah, I know. I better.
Yeah. All right. So what's on the agenda?
Oh, what a sexy show we have today.
Really?
Yeah,
I'm surprised.
We do. Well, you shouldn't be. So, why are men so obsessed with younger women?
Well, it depends. Well, some men think that younger women, of course, some of these younger women are just absolutely gorgeous. And so they're obsessed with that. But I think it has a lot to do with the fact that men I guess since, I don't know, the age of...
Aquarius?
No, the age of cavemen. Men just like to plant their seed.
Oh.
And so, you have an older man who just wants to lay his seed everywhere. But it depends on the man. Not all men are obsessed with women, and younger women at that. Not all men. Some men, want to be with somebody, their age or older.
Well, they want to be with a younger woman because they're male. And you're
not all men. Come on.
Well,
not all guys.
You're absolutely right. You amaze me every week. In terms of evolution, men need to spread their seed for their genes to survive. And
are you kidding?
No.
That's what it says?
This is what the study says. And until the past 100 years or so, fathering a slew of kids meant having more helping hands on the farm.
Oh, okay. So they're using these young, gorgeous girls to have babies so they can farm.
That's right. You got to have them birthing hips, And, and this is why men of all ages are attracted to women in their physical prime.
I see.
And it might even explain why, according to a 2014 Pew Research Center survey, 20% of us choose a woman at least 10 years younger when we marry for the second time,
right? Because not the first time. Usually men and women are okay. According to a few different studies, men and women, they meet in college, they're basically within the same age range. And they grow together, they have the perfect family, then, financial crap happens, they get crazy with each other, they grow apart and get divorced, and then the guy looks for somebody younger so he can start again.
That's right.
That's typical stuff that happens. Not all the time, but...
And, it's interesting about, the relationships and the second marriages. And, I guess the second marriage, you have a little more mature of a relationship.
Yeah, sometimes. Well, again, that also depends. But, the guy is usually, he's starting over with somebody younger who sometimes has not been married before.
Right.
Although sometimes,
Sometimes they are.
Sometimes they are, and that's just, they meet at karate and the kids.
The kids karate.
Yeah, and then they go on for something else. But, it's a do-over.
That's right.
Whatever it is, it's a do-over. And so they have a chance to make it better.
And,
in their minds.
in that do-over, they let a lot more things slide because they
know.
Oh, yes.
They know better.
The relationship is more mature.
Absolutely. But they also know better that it's not the most important thing.
Right,
you don't have to fight about everything.
Well, you don't?
No.
Then why is it that... Well, never mind.
I don't. I let a lot go, and you know it, buddy.
Well, what exactly is a mature relationship? You let so much things go. Does it mean that, that we never fight?
No,
it doesn't mean that.
I think a mature relationship is one of understanding, not necessarily one of control, but one that is designed where both partners feel safe, happy, and accepting of one another, and they can fight and still love each other. You can have an argument and still... I argue with you all the time, but I still love you.
You never stop.
Stop it. That's not true.
No, it is.
I do stop. Believe me, I turn around and walk away because it's just not worth it.
Well,
You're irrational.
And you're an adult that has very immature relationships.
I'm not.
Yeah, and
I don't have immature relationships except for this one sometimes.
yeah, and
The
it
one
does
with
tend
my
to be a little
co-host.
tricky.
It is a little tricky.
Alrighty, but
Tricky.
but if you're in a mature partnership, Elise.
I'm going to start calling you Tricky Tony.
Wait, no, that name was already given to a president.
Tricky Tony?
Tricky Dick.
Oh, no.
Richard Nixon.
Okay. Tricky Dick is a different story. You're Tricky Tony.
Okay. Elise.
He's trying.
You're much more mature than some of us here in the studio. So does that mean you have a wider capability to handle things and deal with problems and let certain issues go without harping on them, Elise?
Some people think so. And I have not harped on anything in quite some time.
Oh, Elise,
Sir?
you have a closet full of instruments, and one of them is a harp, the biggest one.
I cut the strings on the harp. It doesn't work anymore. There will be no more harping.
All right. I just have to tell you this.
What?
And this I'm directing at, well.
At who?
Never mind. Okay, let me say it this way.
Okay.
Acceptable behavior in children is not necessarily acceptable behavior in adults.
Agreed.
Okay.
Why do you act like that then?
Oh, well, I was thinking like pouting, poor impulse control.
Exactly.
And the constant need for reassurance and the inability to listen in arguments.
He's talking about himself here. Mm-hmm.
No, I'm talking about continually asking, but I don't understand. Tell me why, because I don't understand. Can you just tell me why?
You know what? Sometimes
and over.
Why is a good question. Sometimes, not all the time, but why sometimes is a good question.
Yeah, over and over again.
Not over and over.
It's the same question expecting a different answer. Isn't that insanity or something?
Yeah, that's what it is. And you know what? I agree. Sometimes there are some people that are insane.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, sometimes. Not all the time.
But, we're not talking about insanity. We're talking about maturity.
Absolutely.
And, and there really are certain issues that can be real signs of a relationship's maturity or immaturity. Mm-hmm. And these can be on topics ranging from sex to time management. Like, for instance, being on time today in the studio. 20 minutes late. I know you're busy putting on your makeup, brushing your teeth, combing
my
your hair
God.
16,000 times.
I was actually very busy trying to get through the major traffic
Combing your
jam
hair.
on the turnpike. I don't comb my hair. I don't have enough of it yet. But that's not the point.
Right.
I was stuck in a traffic jam. There was nothing that I could do. Thank you for your patience, Al.
So you turned the radio on and started dancing in your car, which you could get a ticket for.
Oh my gosh.
You can get a ticket for dancing in your car.
wasn't
Did you know
dancing
that?
this morning because I was listening to Mara's music, which is the screaming stuff.
Well, I have to tell you,
Yeah.
we're not a political show, but there is some dimwit politician that I just heard in the news who wants to make drinking a cup of coffee in your car on your way to work a crime with a $400 fine.
Are you kidding?
No, it's like
I just
the
got a
telephone-
ticket. Do you know? Remember, I went
That's
to
why I'm
court.
bringing this up.
Oh my God, I went to court because I was holding my phone. I wasn't using it. I wasn't texting. I wasn't talking on
It's
it.
in your hand,
It was in my hand as I was at a stop sign. Nobody else was around except for
except for that cop.
the officer. Yes, I have to say, and I won't say his name, but the officer. He was there, and he pulled me over. And he said to me, "You were talking on your cell phone." I said, "Actually, sir, I wasn't. I was holding it. And I could prove it. You could pull my records, whatever." Anyway,
They don't care.
you're right. They didn't care. He didn't care.
So?
He ended up being very nice. He did meet me in court, which was shenanigans like you could not believe were going on in that
yes,
courthouse.
absolutely.
But anyway, the judge said for the first offense, and there were 4 of us standing up there at the same time, for the first offense, it's a $200 to $400 ticket. They felt they were being very fair when they assessed all of us this $239 ticket, including the court costs.
Yeah, they were being fair.
Yeah, they were being fair.
They were making
And
money.
I said to the judge, I just have to say, I wasn't talking on my phone. I wasn't texting. I wasn't doing anything. And he said, "Are you telling me the officer is lying?" And I looked at him and I said, "I was holding my phone." He goes, "Well, you were holding your phone, and that's against the law." So I don't know if that's in the books or anything like that, but
I don't know. We should look into that.
I guess we should. But it doesn't matter now. I paid it and walked out.
And it's done, right? It cost you forever, and you never win. You just pay the stupid tax.
The
That's all.
true fact is that I really thought it was going to be a $500 ticket. So I was actually happy that it was half. And I was like celebrating that night because I didn't have to spend $500.
Well, there's a Mama Luke in Congress that just put out
So drinking coffee's a problem?
Well, that's what they want to do. And
Wow.
it's just another way
Dunkin'
to
Donuts,
make money.
McDonald's, Wawa, Starbucks, everybody's
they
going
ought
to
to
be in trouble.
Well, getting back to mature people and and letting them slide. Well, immature people can't let some of the things go.
That is true. Well, there are some things you can't let go.
What, like a partner not answering a call or a text while they're busy?
No, not that.
No? Oh, good, because if you're in a
You have to be able to let that go.
not everybody can.
I know some people who have a problem with that.
So do I. And I'm telling you, I have a friend who, when his wife calls or texts him, and if he's driving or doing something and he doesn't pick up immediately, there is heck to pay.
Really?
Oh, she just is relentless. And if you're in a mature,
That's silly.
yeah. It is, of course it is.
That is
and,
silly.
and if you're in a mature relationship and you're secure and cool enough to let your partner just operate without being surgically attached, to their communication device.
No, there is absolutely no reason for that. There is no reason for that, to be that reactive to something like that.
Oh, but people are.
I know that. I understand that. People are. I know some people who are reactive when I don't answer, and so I understand that. But there's no reason for that. Sometimes you just can't. And what I do with my phone now. Where's my phone?
It should be in your pocketbook
It's in
when
my
you're
pocketbook
driving.
on silent
Yep.
when I'm in my car. I don't even have it wired through my car because, I can. I have that Bluetooth in my car that I could actually have it in my car, but then everybody has to hear my conversation, and I don't think that's smart
That's
either.
right. And you usually have what do you do? You do a lot of sexting, don't you? That's what I hear. Because I know whenever we talk about sexting on the radio, you're the one that always has that
Unbelievable.
knows the most.
Yes,
So-
I do know a lot about it because I do read for our show. I read the studies and I do read up on things, but no, I'm not the sexter, dear.
Oh. Okay. Well, according to definition, mature love waits, respects, and gives the benefit of doubt.
Always.
Yes, they listen and they trust.
Trust is huge. And that is one thing that is wonderful. I'm so happy that I can trust this co-host here. I love that because trust is huge.
Well, that means, Elise, that mature people are able to allow their partners and co-hosts their own space and not immediately interrupt them.
Well, interrupting is just fun. You just can't not interrupt sometimes when you're having a conversation. However, on the air. However, I don't ever interrupt you. And you don't interrupt me either.
Oh, no, there'd be hell to pay if I did.
No, that's not true.
No,
we
I
have a
mean-
very mature relationship. You know that.
Yeah. Do not.
Do.
No.
All right. Nah.
Yeah, right.
Whatever.
All right, Elise, so if your partner doesn't want to do something you've asked or expected them to do, do you have the temptation to hold it over their heads forever?
No, I just do it myself.
Okay.
You know that about me, though.
You know, yeah.
That's very specific to me. You know that if I ask for something, and I don't ask for much.
No, you don't.
So if I do ask for it, that means it's important to me. And if it's not done, I turn around and I just do it myself. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. You obviously have not grown enough to take care of this situation, and that is fine. Don't worry about it. We'll try next time. We'll try with something else. I'll just take care of it.
Are you talking about small little things here like doing the dishes?
I'm talking about anything.
Or cleaning out the garage or taking the trash out, something like that?
I'm talking about anything. Anything. I might need anything. It could be something as small as that or something even bigger than that.
Like
And
painting the kitchen?
not necessarily a physical activity. It just
Okay.
might be something that I may need. You know, it could be anything. Help writing a letter, something on the internet, anything at all. Just advice, whatever it is. I don't know, a specific gift that I might be looking at. Anything. It could be anything at all. If it doesn't get taken care of within a certain period of time, I don't get upset about it anymore. I just go on my way and I just do it and take care of it myself.
Do you hold a grudge or anything like that?
No, I don't hold grudges at all. But you know that I don't.
Yeah.
Because I get upset about something, discuss it, and walk away smiling. You know that about me.
That is true.
Yeah.
You know, they say
You're not
that,
as good as that.
No.
You don't get over it as quickly as I do.
No. That's because I'm Italian.
No, that's not why.
And, you know,
That's because you
Italian.
act like a 12-year-old sometimes, but
a
there's a
12-year-old
difference.
Italian.
No, it has nothing to do with the fact that you're Italian.
I, as you, let go of anger. And letting go, means taking the moral high ground. You know, because it really takes mature people to be able to, let stuff like that go. You know,
I let everything go.
Oh.
Pretty much.
everything.
Mostly.
All right, I'm gonna keep that in mind. Mm-hmm. You know.
Well, you know that about me.
Yeah, I do. Kind of getting off the anger thing, but sexual appetite ebbs and flows naturally, throughout long-term relationships. And, we're
That is
not
true.
all sex robots. And how we cope with that is a good sign of our emotional stability and maturity.
What do you mean?
Well, immature people are reactive to situations and, they want to avoid rejection. And they think that, if your sexual libido is a little bit down, you're rejecting them. And, and the focus on this rejection, is volatile. And
I don't understand exactly what you're saying. What do you mean?
well, what I'm saying is that there are natural dips in libido. And
Absolutely. It could be, it's almost like strategic. It happens during bad weather. It happens during, you might get a bank statement that you don't understand, and that could just affect your mindset, and that will also affect your libido. Or it could be something as simple as pulling a muscle in your back. You know, I mean, pain can affect your libido.
Oh, sure.
A mature relationship, your partner has to take things like that into consideration.
That's right.
It has nothing to do with them.
Right. It's how we cope.
And that's where maturity comes in. You have to be able to say, hey, you know what? Everything is temporary. Just let it go. Everything will change. Everything does change. You know, moment by moment, things don't stay the same.
Oh, no.
You know that.
They never do.
It's the truth.
You know, if you're immature, you're going to immediately react.
Absolutely.
To your partner's lower libido by
What are you doing?
Panicking.
Wait. What are you doing?
That's right.
Who is she?
Who you with, right?
Yeah. Who is she? I understand that. I hear that constantly.
Yeah, so
and
do
I
I.
say over and over and over, stop that. You're going to send him away. He is going to leave because you do not trust him.
That's right.
That has nothing
They
to do
never
with
listen
it.
to our advice, though.
Oh, are you kidding
they
me?
Never listen.
I have people calling me at 3 o'clock in the morning now. They listen to me. They absolutely listen to me.
Well, good. That's because you're there at 3 o'clock in the morning for them. Personally, I could care less.
No.
At 3 o'clock in the morning.
3 o'clock in the morning. All right. I'm sorry. 3:05.
9 to 5. 9 to 5.
3:05.
I listen.
3:05. I'm sorry. 3:05. That's funny.
Well, don't be resentful that you're not getting what you want and worrying that, your partner no longer likes you.
Or loves you.
Or loves you. That's right.
Or cares about you. Or actually, don't worry that your partner wants somebody else until your partner says to you, listen, I've met someone and I'm done. You have no recourse on that.
Really? Then that's it. If people can actually do that.
Some people can. I've heard that before.
So then a mature person will likely recognize those feelings and communicate them.
Absolutely.
But in a less worrisome, more constructive
approach.
We're a team approach.
Exactly.
Yeah, because that's what you are. You're a team.
Absolutely.
So, as a team, how do you build getting up to be a team?
Okay, well, you grow together. And you make allowances for each other. And you understand one another. And you do things together. And you want to please each other. And there's so many reasons.
Yeah, growing together, learning about each other together,
Yeah.
pleasing each other together, which brings me to before you become a team and to know that you really want to become a couple. There are some signs.
There's always a sign.
that he's going to be good or bad, or that he'll even be
Good or bad in what?
Good or bad in anything, including about being bad in bed.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What do you mean? What are the signs?
Okay, well, for instance, he stares at his phone like it's a hot girl that he wants to sleep with.
Oh, I know that. I've seen that. I know guys that do that. They're on their phone all the time.
Yeah, it's awful. I know girls
really
like that. Yeah.
awful. It disgusts me.
Well, that's pretty much our whole generation, stares at their phone and has it with them to some degree. But, if he's more interested in checking out his Instagram than he is in talking to you.
If he's more interested in texting and doing whatever he's doing on his phone and not talking to you, that's a problem.
That's right, because he's not interested in pleasing you in any way.
Not if he's on his phone.
That's right. And, if you always say communication is so important.
It's key. It's key in your relationship.
And if you have no idea whether or not, he finds you pretty, oh,
well, that would be ridiculous. Of course, you'd have to have an idea because he doesn't necessarily, hopefully he would tell you that you're pretty, but it's the way he looks at you. That's where you would know. The way he looks at you.
Alrighty, here you go.
I don't mean giving you the eyes that you're hot. It's not like that. It's looking at you with beauty in his own eyes.
You're going to understand what I'm about to say.
Okay.
Okay. If you're dating a guy who doesn't make you feel beautiful and sexy, it's going to be hard for you to really let loose and have a great time with him in bed, because all you're thinking about is...
Does he think I'm pretty?
Yeah.
Can I tell you something? And I'm going to say this very seriously. Ladies, if you are with somebody that doesn't make you feel beautiful, don't be with that somebody, because that's important. It doesn't matter, honestly, it doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter what your hair looks like. It doesn't matter what your eye color is. It doesn't matter if you have 15 or 20 pounds to lose. It doesn't matter. Any of that doesn't matter. If he does not make you feel beautiful, then he's not worth your time.
That's right. I understand that, it's almost like, did you think I was a hunk at first when you first met me, and now you don't? I don't want to have sex with someone who thinks I'm a troll, because I'm not a troll, Sheila. I'm not a troll, and no one has ever had an orgasm that way. Why do you even bother, Sheila? Why should I even bother?
Okay. I think we need to not go there.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah. I think we need to calm our little selves down.
I was just thinking of something.
I know.
It was something that someone said that I...
Just relax.
Let me breathe.
It's going to be okay.
Okay. So, getting back to the purpose of our discussion here.
Yes.
If a guy doesn't care how your day was or how you were doing, he really doesn't care about you.
Well, if he doesn't ask you about you, that's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
If he's only talking about himself, that's a bigger problem.
That's right.
Yeah. Stay away from that.
Yeah, he's probably not going to become suddenly invested in
you.
In pleasing you.
In you.
Yeah.
And that's really important, because you are important.
And, and there are different age groups here. And, I think the more mature you are, things are different. But
absolutely.
Guys in their 20s.
But you know what? It doesn't matter your age if you have character.
That's true. That's true.
And that's the truth.
And
everybody knows that it's important to say, how are you? How was your day?
Tell me about it.
What did you do today?
Mm-hmm.
Did you enjoy yourself? And that goes for both parties. So, it doesn't matter if you're 20 or if you're 30, 40, 50. Those are common things. We learn that when we're 5 in kindergarten.
That's right.
We learn to say, how are you? There are songs about it.
Oh.
That's what, you learned everything you need to know in kindergarten. You know that book?
I love you. You love
That's
me.
That's Barney, but that's okay.
Oh, that's Barney?
That's
okay.
Barney, but that's okay. That's the most important thing. See, to love, thy neighbor, love thyself. That's what's important.
That's right. And if you know a guy who thinks it's funny to keep doing something that you asked him to stop doing it, or he does it even more.
I know a guy like that.
Do you really? Yeah.
I do. You know what I learned how to do? Because I'm mature.
What's that?
Let it go.
Oh, no. Run fast.
Just let it go.
Yeah, run away.
Okay.
Fast.
Could you imagine? It's like, bye. Bye-bye.
Block his number.
Yeah, well, I gave up on blocking. Bye-bye.
Another thing, guys tend to be a little clumsy. If your guy can't walk down the stairs while holding a latte for both of you without slipping on a banana peel, he's probably not going to be super coordinated in bed.
Okay, you can't help it if you're not coordinated. You can help it if you're just not interested.
Well, yeah, and we're
coordination
just
has
things,
nothing to do with it.
We're talking about.
We can work with. Wait, listen.
We
can work with you. We can work with you. If there's a lack of coordination, we'll figure something out. If there's a lack of communication and character, that's a problem.
Well,
just saying.
Okay. Does a lack of communication or character have anything to do with like the first time you guys kissed and he tries to put his hands down your pants like that? That's character. That's lack of character.
Hey, the first time he kisses you, if it's not, it should be on the cheek. You can have somebody kiss you on the cheek. The first time they kiss you, right on the cheek, it was nice meeting you. Then he looks at you. You look at him. If there's something more, then the lips come out.
That's right. The passion will come out. But typically guys who move like really fast, like awkward ninth graders. And, you know,
That's basically what they are.
that's right. Do you remember what that felt like?
I do.
Elise? You
yeah.
do?
Yeah. Ninth grade. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Ew.
I used to do
Ew.
some backstage stuff at, you know.
He's always got a story, you
Well,
know.
no, they're true. They're true stories.
I believe you.
I
know they're true.
There was a girl
'Cause
that
you
was
would never
very
lie.
cute. No,
Would
not
you?
me. Not me.
Go on.
So I'm working backstage,
Yeah.
and there's a girl back there who's really kind of attractive and really an exceptional figure. Very, very curvy for, you know, I think she was in 10th grade. And she would always, like, after the show, like, yay, and run over and give me a kiss. But she kissed with her mouth wide open, like, you know, and it was like, I thought I was going to lose a tooth every time she came running towards me. It was awful.
I'm sure her bouncing towards you was really a problem for you.
Yeah, it was, yeah, it was
Yeah.
awful. It was awful.
Awful, I'm sure.
So, you know what you do?
What? Tell me.
You need to ask these guys what their goals for their future are.
Oh my God. Absolutely. You absolutely need to know what are their plans. Everything starts with a plan. We know this. We
That's
talk
right.
about this all the time.
That's right. If he just shrugs his shoulders and I don't know, you know, sex with this guy will be like winging it sex, and nobody
Winging it?
winging it.
Winging it.
Yes.
Like when you're up in the air, you know, in an airplane and you just kind of wing it. Is that what you're talking about?
No, when you don't know what you're
The
doing.
Mile High Club?
No. You don't know what you're doing, and you just do something.
I
Something
see.
is better than nothing.
No, something is not better than nothing, ladies.
That's right.
No.
No one has ever had mind-blowing wing it sex.
No.
No, they
I
have
believe
not.
that.
They have not.
Hey, let's wing it. Yeah.
You know, we have
The only thing you want to do with wing it is get some hot sauce.
That's right.
Yeah.
Get some hot sauce. You could go see Hillary for that. She always has a bottle in her bag. She always has a bottle of hot sauce in her purse.
That's great.
So,
You are right.
you know, there's this guy at the gym. It's he's really just people make fun of him so often.
Why?
Well, he wears sunglasses inside the gym, and he thinks that he is like the coolest.
Is that why he wears the sunglasses? Because he wants to be cool, or is it because he has a problem with the bright lights?
No, he thinks he's cool, but they're not even good sunglasses. You know, they're just like the dollar store sunglasses.
cares?
Oh, well, he cares. You know, he's
Well-
more concerned about the way he looks at all times, even in the gym, sweating.
Okay.
You know,
You know what, though? I have to just say something. What about the ladies full-fledged on makeup? Really? Really? In the gym as they're supposedly working out sweating.
they're just there to have people look at them.
Okay, so maybe that's what he's there
They're
too.
insecure.
And maybe he's insecure.
Oh, absolutely.
See? So why are you making fun of him?
Well, you know, I think
Why are you making fun of this guy? He has an issue.
I'm making fun of the girls too.
Okay.
that
So
are
you're
dressing
making
really
fun of people?
sexy, all that makeup.
Yeah,
you
that's
know.
ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
And either one of these guys or girls, they're more worried about what they look like instead of
What's
what they
actually going
please-
on? Yeah.
You're right.
Just take care of yourself.
So they're both going to be bad in bed.
Well, I don't know about that necessarily.
Oh no,
But-
no. I've experienced that in my younger days. You know, it's
Okay.
it's the
Well, you would certainly know.
I would know. I was quite the.
Player. Player.
Oh, thank you for the compliment. But this is what I found. I found that, you know, the prettier the girl and the more high fashion she was, the less likely she was to please you intimately.
Isn't that interesting? And that brings him right back to what he always says. what is it? The homely ones are more
much appreciative.
I completely disagree. I completely disagree.
I'm not saying
Because I
this
know a
is
few
100%.
homely girls that are not appreciative at all. They're quite bitchy, actually.
Yes. Well, nothing is 100%. You know that.
It's 100% that I love you. That's 100%.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was talking about that girl who couldn't kiss. Nothing. I could never have a relationship with that
the one
backstage
who was
girl
going
because
to break your teeth?
Yeah. And the first time you kiss somebody, it usually needs a little bit of work. But if
It
it's
depends.
just bad and you keep trying to make it work, odds are everything else is bad too.
Yeah. If you try to make something work, it's bad.
That's right. It just
You
has
can't
to,
force it. It has to come naturally.
Yeah, absolutely.
It has to just flow. Ebb and flow. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And, for guys, and you're looking for a partner, if his primary form of exercise is like walking to the fridge, no matter no matter how nice this guy is, he's just not used to moving anything but the remote control closer to his body with his foot because he's too lazy to get up.
That's not going to be a fun bedroom
No,
romp.
sex is a workout for him, and he is not up for it.
That is not going to be a fun romp.
No. And something I always...
Rolling in the hay. Yeah, not going to be a fun roll in the hay.
Something that I always am annoyed by is when somebody makes fun of you in front of their friends.
Oh, that is awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should never. Yeah, that's not nice.
I dated a girl back
It's
in...
one thing, honestly. I'm sorry. I hate to interrupt.
No, you always do. I'm used to it.
No, it's one thing to make fun of you and laugh with you together and make fun of yourself at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
It's another thing to make fun of you in front of other people and not make fun of yourself and not laugh about with you.
Yeah.
That's just to clarify.
Back in the 80s, I dated a gal, and I think she was a mean gal. And
I know a few of those.
I met her family, and the whole family was mean.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's
And-
why she was mean.
Yeah, and
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
You just figure that out.
Mm-hmm.
Mean, bitchy people usually come from mean, bitchy people.
they hang out together.
Yeah.
They hang out together.
Well, the law of attraction.
Oh, duh.
Boing.
Well, yeah, this was awful. I dated her up until I met the family, and then when I found
When
that-
you met the family, you
when
were
I
like,
met the
oh boy, I can't be in
yeah,
this family.
The entire family ganged up to make fun of me, and it was a joke.
What were they making fun of?
Oh, whatever conversation we were having. I tend to talk slowly, and
You don't talk slowly.
I think I do. I think about my thoughts.
There's nothing wrong with thinking about what you say. That's a good thing. But I have to just say, you don't talk slowly. Oh, there's nothing to make fun of you about. I mean, I
I'm
could
just
make
saying-
fun of you.
Well,
There
yeah,
are
and
things.
you do. And you do.
No. I don't make fun of you. I make fun with you.
Oh,
There's a difference.
I didn't know that.
Yes, there's a difference.
Either way, it still hurts, Elise.
Make fun with you? I'm doing it with you. I'm making fun of myself.
Okay.
It doesn't hurt. Why would that hurt?
Speak for yourself.
Why should that
I
hurt
guess
you?
some of us are just more sensitive than others.
Okay, listen, stop being a little 12-year-old baby.
I can't help it. Men are big 12-year-old babies.
Well, now you're just being silly. That's silliness.
Well, no, we are big babies, and we play our video games and our canasta, or is that the old ladies?
Canasta is old ladies.
Oh, okay.
The old Jewish ones, too. Canasta and Marjan.
and mahjong.
Yeah.
That's right.
Hey, can I see a tile?
We were talking with a client. We love her. They're not going to mention any names, but in her group, in her over 55 complex, they play canasta, and there was a new member of the community, and she knows how to play canasta, so they teamed up, and our little friend our Bang Trim girl. She just is so competitive.
I love her.
I do too. She just
She
really
is
is adorable.
so funny.
Yeah.
She is so funny. She asks me so many questions. She is adorable. Yeah, and she thinks everybody's crazy. She does.
Well, the girl couldn't even add up her points for canasta, so she goofed up from the very beginning.
So
Something
funny.
about having 25 points and you needed 35 points.
I don't know. I don't know anything about canasta.
You don't?
No. I'm Jewish, but I don't know
But
canasta.
you're not an old Jewish
And I
lady.
don't know
Good
Mahjong
place.
either.
Good, thank
Yeah.
God.
The only thing I know about Mahjong is that the tiles make a really fabulous bracelet.
Oh,
That's
okay.
it. So we once strung Mahjong tiles
And the
together.
only thing I know about tiles is they go on my floor.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But, getting back to games and stuff like that, and video games, do you know video games are becoming less sexualized?
I do.
Oh,
And
you
they're
do know that.
becoming more violent.
Oh, yeah.
They're becoming way more violent. I know this for a fact because, unfortunately, I know a lot of 14-year-old, 13-year-old, 15-year-old kids that play.
That you hang out with?
Well, just my nephew.
Mm-hmm.
And my nephew plays some of these games.
Does
and
he really?
And I say, Ben, what's going on with this game? He's like, oh, Aunt Lucy, he said, you have to do this and you have to do. I'm like, but Ben, you're killing everybody. He goes, yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. It's the game. I'm like, but it's so violent and there's so much bloodshed and it's scary and they're coming up. And he's like, that's the point. And I'm like, oh my God. Yeah, so it's awful. And then Zachary also.
Really? So,
Oh my God. He and his friends, like 5 of them fit in his room. I don't know how they do it. They're all lined up on his couch and his bed, and they're all sitting there with their handheld whatevers. And his TV is like the size of a wall. And there's it looks like things are going to fly right out at them, and they're all playing like these crazy sick games. Yeah. And it's not anything like I'll walk in and, bring something for them to eat or whatever. It's not anything sexual. It's all about bloodshed.
wow.
Awful.
Well, but the women in these games that are portrayed, the women heroes and the women villains, they're becoming less sexualized. In other words, their boobs aren't as big, their butts aren't as big.
And do you know why that is?
No.
Because right now, everything is androgynous. Everything. And, right down to the runway, the fashion runway. Look at the runway. Sometimes you don't know if it's a girl or a guy.
Oh.
You know this. And they're all wearing capes and flowy things. Everything is androgynous. The hair of the men and the hair of the women are similar.
Didn't we had somebody working for us briefly that we didn't know if they were a boy or a girl? Mm-hmm. Even their name was androgynous.
Exactly. Androgyny is extremely popular. And that's the reason why. And this way, everybody can relate to whatever it is that they're seeing.
Well, that sounds too liberal to me. I'm sorry.
But that's why they're doing it. And if you actually watch one of these games, it's actually kind of scary to watch. And you pick up on actually what's happening in the game and why it is. It's actually, there's a story being told.
Okay. Well, I have
And they're molding the younger generation
for that.
for that. Do you see what's happening?
I do now.
So now you have to actually look into that. And that's why I'm always saying, put that
That'll
down,
be
read a
something we'll
book.
have to be looking
Yeah.
at and talking about
It's
in the future.
interesting. It's quite a controversial subject, actually.
Well, researchers at Indiana University found that the sexualization of female video game characters has been on a downward trend since about 2006.
Okay.
These researchers analyzed the female characters from a random sample of about 570 games released between 1983, when the first anthropomorphic female characters in a video game was introduced. What the heck is anthropomorphic mean?
Anthropomorphic is ascribing human form or attributes to a being or thing that's not human. So it's looking like something that's human that's not.
That is not. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what the researchers did was they only looked at games that contained playable female characters and omitted games based on franchises like the X-Men. The goal being to narrow the study to look exclusively at how the video game industry creates female characters.
Interesting.
So the researcher measured sexualization by looking at the breasts and the butts of the characters.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I could see where they would.
Yep. And how prominently they were featured within the game.
Interesting.
So the only characters that were analyzed were the playable ones. They were interested in looking at the characters that the players spend time with. Taking on those character roles and looking at those characters' bodies.
You know, that's very interesting. And you know what's so interesting about that? The makeup that they actually look like they're wearing. These characters, it's not very much, but they, like the eyebrows, almost like, you know, some of those, like those Jenga characters and Animorphs and things like that. And now the little girls are wearing makeup like that. You know, the thicker eyebrows and, say, a red lip, you know? And then you also see that on the runway.
Yes, you do.
So it's so interesting how it all kind of flows together. Interesting.
You know, the research findings showed that the sexualization of the female characters was highest in the 1990s.
Yes. Yes.
And they also found, though, there was a spike in the number of female characters in 2012. The average amount has decreased in the last 8 years.
Very interesting.
The data showed that the number of female characters have increased, and so did the percentage of their sexualization. But in 2006, when sexualization began to decrease, even though there was still more female characters coming out.
Very interesting. Wow. Video games. Very, very interesting.
Yeah, yeah. And you know what?
But you know what? I have to just say this one thing about it. I mean, along with the violence, there is that sexual energy.
That's right.
That runs through. And that's a scary thing also, because automatically, if you're a guy playing this, you automatically go into protect mode. Regardless of whether the girl is, that's why they're also changing what some of these women look like, because the guy you get into this mode of killing, and you'd want to save her even if she's bad, because she has the boobs and the ass, and you're thinking she's a woman, so you want to save her. So that's why they've changed a lot of that too.
She might turn right around and kill you.
She's going to.
Yeah.
She will.
Yeah.
She's lethal.
And you know, the research attributes the fact that these body types are changing in the games because there's more women working in the gaming industry these days. And
Okay, that's true.
And the study shows that when women have a part in designing roles for women on screen,
They make themselves more powerful.
that's right.
And less feminine.
That's right. Because of increased awareness about the objectification, men and women both have become more sensitive to the negative portrayals of women.
Very interesting. That is the truth.
The research also showed that the male characters in the games are sexualized as well. You know, they're often more muscular.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
And they're wearing half a shirt, and their
right.
pants got cut off, you know, above the knee, and, you know, you see their muscles coming out. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. They have a six-pack.
Yep, the guys
Yeah.
are all muscular and the women are
and
all
did you
more
notice
voluptuous.
Also, if you look at the men's faces, they all look like they haven't shaved in a couple of days. They all have that scruff that
Square
looks so
jaw.
sexy. Exactly. Very, prominent features.
Big shoulders.
Oh yeah, that
narrow
V.
waist.
That V. Exactly.
Yeah, we did a show a couple years ago on the perfect measurements for a guy, and that was the ratio, the hip to shoulder ratio, or waist to shoulder ratio for a guy. This study, I mean, we're going on a little too long about this, but,
Agreed.
The study did find that sexualized women in the video games were not any less capable. In fact, they found a positive correlation between a female's character and her capabilities. But positive portrayal of female characters who are strong, capable, and attractive are an important factor to encourage women to become interested in gaming.
Ah, and there you have it.
That's right.
It's all about that.
Yeah, we gotta move on about the games and
I think
get
so.
to the real nitty gritty. We're gonna take a quick break, and Trend Radio continues right after this on 920 The Jersey.
Need a salon that's about the whole you? Precision haircuts, flawless makeup, impeccable nails, top-rated professional hair products. Anthony Vincent Salon. Looking for a hairstylist who has his finger on the pulse of all the latest trends? Anthony Vincent Salon. Looking for a dependable salon with over 35 years in the industry? Anthony Vincent Salon. Looking for New York City and internationally trained stylists that will create the perfect look for you? Anthony Vincent Salon. Shine brightly while walking down the aisle. Anthony Vincent Salon. For longer, thicker, beautiful hair extensions, Anthony Vincent Salon. Incredible makeup applications for weddings, proms, or any special occasions. Anthony Vincent Salon. Have dry, brittle summer hair? Get a hot shot. Anthony Vincent Salon. Before you put a ring on it, manicure it. Anthony Vincent Salon. Your image is their specialty. For the 150,000 hairs on your head, there's only one choice. Anthony Vincent Salon. For a more beautiful you, call now 609-448-2212 and follow them on Twitter.
I'm Anthony Vincent of Anthony Vincent Salon. Time for another fun and fabulous beauty tip with our tip chick. And here she is.
Got flat hair? Want to blow it up? Squeeze and tease. You're volumized. Now it's supersized. Say hello to beautiful.
Want your beauty question answered on the air? Email us now from AnthonyVincentSalon.com. Remember, for the 150,000 hairs on your head, there's only one choice. Call us now at 609-448-2212. You'll be glad you did.
The reasons why some women fake an orgasm.
Ooh, ouch.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, no need for that, ladies.
No, and,
What are the reasons? Because really, why would you need to do that?
if you have a vagina, you probably faked an orgasm.
But what's the reason for that? See, I know why a woman would do that, but I have to just say something. At that point, the fact that you're faking it, just why would you do that? Enjoy yourself. That's not enjoyable to fake anything.
That's true, but at some point, maybe you knew
I know the
it
reason
wasn't
why.
going to happen.
I know.
And you wanted to stroke your partner's ego.
Exactly. But it's not about your partner. Not at that point.
Well, no, you want to make him feel as though he...
Okay, but you know what? If you're with somebody and you love each other, or you're just having fun, or whatever it is, the whole point is you have to know something. In that particular case, it's the journey, not the destination.
Well, yes.
Yes.
But, maybe you're a fan of the fake it till you make it motto. And, when you're new, if you're new in a relationship, you really don't know each other's bodies very well. So, and especially if she's a nice girl and she just wants...
I don't agree with it.
Well, okay.
I'm sure they're doing it, but I don't agree with that.
Unfortunately, researchers have uncovered another more serious reason why women fake orgasms.
Oh, well, do share.
I'm
do
going
share.
to. This is a new small study. It was presented in the British Psychological Society's Psychology of Women.
Oh, okay.
In the annual conference, they found a number of women who actually fake orgasms to speed up unwanted sex.
Unwanted sex?
Unwanted sex.
What does that mean?
Well,
Wait. Splain, Lucy, splain.
okay. All right. For the
Ricky,
studies,
whatever.
Researchers asked 15 women between the ages of 19 and 28 who were sexually active for at least a year.
Why
to
are you
share-
having unwanted sex? I want to know. Wait, let's go back. Why are you...
It's not forced sex.
But no, I understand it's not. I didn't say forced.
No.
I said, why are you having unwanted sex?
To make their partner happy.
So basically, what they're saying in their head is, I'm going to come right now, so hurry up, baby. That's what it is? So I can be done and do something else?
Somebody said to me, okay, hurry up once.
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 Got it.
That's right. So anyway, these girls, they were asked to share their experience about consensual sex.
Okay.
And all of them opened up about at least one occasion that they really didn't want to have sex, but they did it anyway.
Okay.
Alrighty? And none of these women use words like rape or coercion.
No. I wasn't saying that at all. But if you don't, I don't even understand why you don't want to. Okay.
Okay.
Go on.
Okay. They called the unwanted sex
I mean, I can understand if you're not
non-pleasurable.
feeling
Or
what?
bad sex.
Bad sex?
Yes.
Why are you having bad sex? Don't have sex if it's
And
bad.
sex is not perfect all the time. Not everybody is you, Miss
Stop it.
Miss
I'm just
Porno
saying.
Queen of the 90s.
Oh my God.
So I guess we have to cut that one.
No, don't cut that. It's fine. Leave it there. As you were saying.
Okay. These women told researchers that faking it was their way of feeling more in control.
In control?
More in control.
Of what?
More in control of the procedure, of the act. Of the sexual act. They're
Of
in
the bad
control.
sex?
That's right.
Okay.
The researchers were surprised by the degree at which women were connecting the practice of faking orgasm to accounts of unwanted sex. The co-author Emily Thomas said that the study was small, but the fact that all of the participants spoke about this kind of experience is eye-opening.
That is unbelievable.
Yeah, they weren't interested, but they weren't going to say no to their partner. So just get it over. I'll fake my orgasm. You'll
just
feel
don't get
happy, and everybody goes home happy, or everybody goes to sleep happy.
Wow.
So it goes without saying that you should never feel pressure to have sex with someone if you don't want to.
No, of course not. And the reality is I understand why you want to do something nice for your partner, but you're not really doing something so nice if it's that.
Yeah, you're
You don't need to
basically
fake
lying
it.
to them.
Exactly. I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I would have a problem.
Mm-hmm.
You've been listening to Trend Radio, where we talk about what's hot every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. You want more? Go right to our website, 920thejersey.com, click on demand, and scroll directly to us.
And get the lowdown on getting down. Tune into your bad boy inside you.
Or your bad girl.
Listen each week. We always have something sexy to say. Got questions? Email us now at trendradio920@gmail.com. You'll be glad you did.
Remember, your smile is your logo, your personality is your business card.
But how you make people feel, well, that becomes your trademark.
I'm Anthony Vincent.
And I'm Elise.
And we'll talk to you next week.
Bye for now.